Okay, hey guys, it's Hannah here. We're doing an all new HBFIT TV episode, and this month at HBFIT we're talking all things beauty. So I thought I would just start us off with my morning routine because I've never really shown you guys what I do in the morning, and I'm gonna walk you through the whole thing. So I basically wake up and I just got my hands on this new Nurse Jamie face roller. So I really just use it on my face. I go up and down. You kind of, when you're using facial tools, I kind of like to think about your face in quadrants. So this is like, if you split it into four like this, this is one quadrant. I kind of roll over it for maybe like 10 seconds. And this thing is like, you can really feel it massaging, especially, I don't know if you guys clench or anything at night, but going over your jaw is so relaxing, and also has a cooling effect, which can help depuff. So you can be pretty aggressive or vigorous with it. It only just feels better, I think, when you go a little bit harder. But I'm one of those people who love an intense massage. So yeah, I'm gonna do this here. And then when it comes to the cheeks, I start going this way. And you can see, like, you can tell that it's working because my skin is starting to get red. So that means that it's bringing up circulation, which is, great for overall cell turnover, in general, like brightness and like that glowy, that glowiness that everyone loves. It's because you've got good circulation. So I like to go over my forehead too, where I constantly think that I sleep stress and get wrinkles on my forehead, especially right around my eyebrows. But you can see again that my forehead and everything is getting red, which is a good sign. And then you can also go underneath, which makes my voice box sound weird. But this kind of helps any of that kind of liquid. Some people think that they're puffy in the morning. This kind of helps drain that out. And, you can really start to kind of sculpt your face. I like to go right underneath the cheek, like right kind of where you would contour, right here. I like to go over that right there, so that way I feel like I'm kind of almost contouring my face with, a tool. Because we all want that natural contour. And if your face just has that, then you don't have to spend so much time doing it with makeup. Okay, so that's like good for me right now. My skin's a little red. And then what I do is I wash my hands, and I don't actually use a cleanser in the morning. So I don't know how many people are familiar with this idea, but my whole thought around it is that if you do a really, really good job at night and you're putting on all of your serums and you're taking your time and everything, then in the morning your skin's super hydrated and you don't need to put a ton of product on it. So I just rinse it with cool water. Kind of get off the gook from last night. And then I dry my face with a cotton swab because, I don't know, living with a boy, I feel like I never have clean towels around, so he's always like wiping his hands on them or something. So, and look, I'm still getting residue off from – 'cause. last night. Okay, so once I do that, I then start with my Alpha Beta Peels by Dr. Dennis Gross. These are one of the products that have really helped my hyperpigmentation this year. I probably started using them, I want to say in February. Now we are in, maybe it was March, and now we're in June, and I just feel like a lot of that discoloration has gone down. But these are one of my, amazing things to travel with because they come in like a very skinny package like this where you can just literally slide it in the bottom of your bag and it's like no problem. I've got semi-sensitive skin, and this has different strengths, and this one is the universal one, and it's perfect for me. So I haven't gone any stronger over the months, even though my skin they say like builds up a tolerance, but I don't do this every single day. So I feel like my skin still is taking very well to it. And so you kind of just put it all over your face. And I would also, be aware that this is a mild exfoliation, right? So if you are using a lot of cleansers that have microdermabrasion in it, or like, little, what's the word? If you're using a cleanser that has some grit to it, then you might not want to use something like this, or you might want to swap out your cleanser, because over exfoliating your skin can leave your skin very irritated, super sensitive, super red. So you got to kind of be careful with the exfoliation. Even though it's really good to do, it's good to do in moderation. Okay, so I've really gone over my entire face, and specifically some places where I feel like I've got some discoloration. And I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. While this is sitting, I usually brush my teeth, but I've already brushed my teeth this morning. So I'm just going to do nothing for a hot second, maybe look at my phone. Okay, so now that I've let this sit in for about a minute and a half, I am using the neutralizer, which is side 2 of this very convenient package. And I just kind of rub this again all over. So you might have felt some stinging from the first peel or the first pad, and this one, it neutralizes that. So okay, cool. So now what I do is I put on serum. I don't necessarily know every day what serum I'm gonna put on. These days, right now, I'm really kind of switching between Infiore, Dr. Saba, which is like a sculpting and contouring one, and this serum from True Botanicals, which is to help maintain clear skin. I think this morning, because I'm gonna show you my cupping routine, I'm gonna use this one from Infiore, which is really, it's like cellular renewal complex, which I just think is really, it's great for brightening. It's got a great floral essence. So I put the serum on. Actually, I didn't really put enough on, so put a little bit more. And I'm gonna just I don't wanna get it fully into my skin because I'm gonna use this little tool. And this kind of helps. Your skin has to be, it has to have a serum on it or something, otherwise it won't glide. But this is a cupping tool that I got off Amazon that a lot of people have seen me put on my Instagram, and I will definitely link to all the products. But this really helps kind of depuff your face. Again, works with circulation. And then the way that you do this is, see how on that side of my face I went out first. You start with going right by your ear, bringing everything to that one spot. Because the way your face needs to drain, you want to bring everything there and then you pull everything down. I don't know why specifically about the lymphatic system in your face, but then you pull it down because this is how things drain here, is through your neck. So you can tell, like, my face just got super red, but then this side's already kind of like calmed down. So I just go over that once, and it really like helps me feel like I've gotten some puffiness out, although I feel like this side is less puffy than this side, so I'm just gonna do this one more time. Okay. Now I'm gonna put on a little bit of this Instant Lift, which I'm a big fan of layering serums. I think that there is really no harm. It's interesting because someone told me once that they didn't think that my skin's barrier level was allowing product to penetrate. So I also do the cupping to kind of help move some of the muscles around to kind of helpfully get the skin renewing, and so it's able to absorb more. And so that's kind of all that I do in terms of serums. I just used 2 this morning. And then I use my moisturizer, which right now I've been loving this blood cream. Don't get frightened, but it is kind of intense, from Dr. Barbara Sturm. So the blood cream, what she does is she takes my blood, she spins it, and then basically when you ever have a wound, the blood that shows up first are like the first responder. So they have like X times the amount of healing power. So basically that's the blood that she's taking and spinning and infusing into the moisturizer. So that is supposed to really, help your skin kind of keep its barrier levels up and just be like super hydrating and like reparative. So like if I had picked at my skin or anything the night before and I put this moisturizer on, I normally like don't even see any bruising or scarring, because again, it has such healing powers. So I put my moisturizer on, and then I finish with an eye cream. Right now I'm using La Prairie, and I don't use that much. So I don't know how much you're supposed to use, but I went over to her girlfriend's house and she used so much. I was like, oh my God, I never even knew that's how much you're supposed to use. But I go inwards and I do a couple of those circles, and then I just got Nurse Jamie's eye wand, and it literally vibrates upon touching your skin. And so I just recreate what I was just doing with my fingers with this eye tool. And I just go over it 10 times. And it feels amazing. And again, that's kind of to help depuff and also really make sure that your product is penetrating. I stopped counting, so I don't know where I'm at, but it feels really good. So I'm gonna do a few more. Okay guys, so that is my morning beauty routine. If you think about it, it wasn't that many steps. I used 2 serums, didn't even use a cleanser. I used a few things, but we will recap all of the products that I used below. So make sure that you comment, and I can leave other suggestions, and we'll link to everything. So I hope that you guys found this one productive. And yeah, I hope you guys put some of my product recommendations to good use. because they've definitely been working for my skin, and I know I get a lot of comments and questions about it. So that's why I wanted to do this tutorial for you guys. Hope you enjoyed.